In no time at all, his hands have been bound and he is deposited by the goons onto a small platform attached to a pulley, hung high above the yawning abyss.
Wow.
Attention! Please allow me to introduce tonight's entertainment. This is Craig Vernon. You might recognize him from his expert advice in fine spirits. Say hello, Craig.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Excellent. Since Mr. Vernon enjoys educating others, he will entertain us with an educational game sure to teach a lesson or two. Based on one of Marm's favorites, Russian roulette. The pulley just behind me is paramount to the game. Regard this platform upon which our contestant stands. Regard these two ropes.
Hey everybody, Old Man Alchemist back with another raw and wiggling episode in our playthrough of Aether and Iron. Alright, in the last episode we did Soul Scratched in Iron, where we found out a little bit more about Luca and the death of his brother. And now we're going to go and see if we can get to Marm, finally. I'm expecting... What the heck is this? Abandoned dock safe house. I would like to see if I can get some heat off of me.
The old supervisor's shack at the abandoned dock is all but forgotten. Stuck like a carbuncle on the dock's rear, it's long fallen out of use.
See, we've got a 2 heat, so let's see what happens.
The shack doesn't have much in the way of luxury, but the nearby sound of the hull breakers keep foot traffic to a minimum.
Let's save, because we're going to roll that a couple of times. Shack roll. Just in case we don't make it, that's right. I've got no pride, I don't care. Oh. Yowza, yowza, yowza.
A few minutes of idle searching reveals something wedged against the wall behind a corner table.
Hey, give me some cash. Dice. Okay, well, you know. It takes what you can get. Okay, why didn't my heat... Because I'm not inside there, am I? No, I'm outside. Well, I don't know. Surprise
The
encounter.
yacht is a declaration of wealth and power as subtle as a boot to the throat. It's a world I have no business setting foot into, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Giovanna, darling, this way. We have no time to waste.
I spot Sophie and amble my way over to her chosen spot, along a roped-off section of the deck, devoid of any partygoers. Sophie fishes a leather valise out from the shadows. She dutifully stands in front of me, blocking the leers of any looky-loos before handing me my new skin.
Your gown, Cinderella?
Sophie's picked out something elegant that's also businesslike. Putting it on is like entering a world of privilege I've never known. I can feel my face flush as I change, even in this private corner.
Sorry about that. Somehow or another, I locked somebody out and had to go open the door. Okay, so let's move on.
So, what do you think?
You clean up kind of nice, Gia.
Yes, that should do. Good work on my part, if I do say so myself.
False. Why do we need a disguise?
Why
we
do
know
I need
why.
a disguise?
Marm has pulled out all the stops for tonight's little soiree. Which means we need you to look presentable. Goodness, girl, what did you do to your hair?
Damn, that's kind of cold.
I washed it.
Cute. Let's run a brush through it and touch up your makeup. You should dress up your speech a tad, but not too much. Business, my dear. That's the key ingredient to this ratatouille.
My favorite flavor. Look, is all this cloak and dagger stuff really necessary? All the charm and levity drains out of Sophie's face like water down a storm drain.
You know what you look like right now, Giovanna? You look like a bum from the hole. A smuggler and a criminal.
All I'm saying is...
You're not from this world. I live in it. You want to play cowboy and do it your own way? I wish you luck. You want to get things done? Put on the clothes and plaster a smile across that mug.
Okay, Sophie. False credentials?
So what's my cover?
Your nom de guerre for this evening is Miss Fiorella. A young shadowbacker in various unassuming lowers businesses. You're looking to expand your investment portfolio.
Won't I stand out?
You're a smaller fish than Marm usually deals with. But she has a soft spot for ladies with an enterprising nature. So remember, tough, but with table manners.
Got it.
Blueprints.
Pat yourself on the back later, Soph. Klossner's definitely showing up, right? Will he have the blueprints with him?
It's a certainty. I requested that he bring them specifically for the purpose of modeling a replica cake of Pandemonium for Mom's birthday. She does love her sweets, the old dear.
That's all well and good, but I'll need to get close to him to nab those blueprints. Otherwise, this is all for nothing.
Relax. It's a cinch. Klossner will be on stage as a part of the docking speeches. He's the one with the round frame cheaters. When he bellies up for his turn, go through his things. As easy as quiche.
Shouldn't that be easy as pie?
I'm showing off tonight, remember? Pie is so... common.
Well, ooh la la to you too.
And what are you going to be up to?
All right, enough horsing around. What are you up to during all this?
Being Marm's shadow. I hope you won't require my assistance, but if the situation grows desperate, I can run interference for you.
Hoping I won't need it. This situation is eggs and coffee. See you there. The party is in full swing. Haves swapping stories about screwing over the have-nots, enjoying success now that they don't have to bruise their own knuckles. Some guy in a penguin suit passes by, so I snatch a flute of bubbly to steel my nerves.
Alright, so we got a whole bunch of interesting things to look at. That's Sophie.
Not for the first time. I wonder why I'm always making deals with the devil. One devil with many different names and faces, who's sure to catch me one of these days.
That's Mom. That's over here.
Are you enjoying the music? Wunderbar! They can play anything from Wolle to Toscanini. They're worth every penny. But I get them for free. Their brother owes me.
Damn, lady.
A little bird told me that he saw one of Marm's little helpers gallivanting around town with the comptroller. A married man! Is there no shame anymore?
Oh, please.
Pardon me, miss. You look like a worldly woman of taste and discrimination. Tell me, do you find yourself more drawn these days to dining out or to taking in a good show?
Sorry, are you asking me out on a date?
Perish the thought. I'm not from the lowers. I was hoping to gain your opinion so I can make an informed decision. I'm looking to make some new investments.
Food.
The Lowers is practically run on Burroughs-style fish and chips. You set up a storefront and get a cook who knows his business, and you'll see a return by the end of the year, guaranteed.
Fried fish. A Burroughs recipe, you say? Forgive me, but that makes no sense. Aren't the Burroughs all but abandoned by this point? Why would I cater to them?
Look, people didn't leave the Burrows on a whim. The street kids moved house, but they still ache for a taste of home. A fish joint in a burg full of expats could clean up.
A fish joint. I see, you make a good point. I should do some more research. Thank you for your time, miss.
Yeah, okay.
This looks like the door to the stock room at the back of the bar. There's almost certainly heavy foot traffic from the staff. So if I want a drink on the house, I suppose I'll have to get creative.
Oh. Well, let's save. Get a drink. Sensei D would probably say, "Don't do that, just take the roll." No, man. I only believe in, I don't believe in no-win situations. That's why there's the ability to save. There we go, baby. There we go.
I snatch a half-empty bottle of an aggressively mid-shelf wine from the nearest empty table and strut up to the door with all the swagger of a peacock on parade. The barback answers the door, squinting at me with annoyance. Guess he's not used to dealing directly with customers, which makes this the perfect time to lean on him. What the hell is this? Do you really think the Duke is going to drink this swill?
The Duke?
The Duke of Old York is on this cruise. We ordered top shelf, and if this is it, you can bet his lordship won't be booking with you the next time he crosses the pond. The barback ruffles his hair nervously, shuffling through a few bottles before emerging with an elegant black bottle covered at the top with burnished gold foil, hugging the neck like a tuxedo collar.
Here, on the house. Please convey our apologies to his lordship.
Oh, yeah. We can use that.
My husband is traveling to New London in a few weeks, looking for new markets, and asked me if I wanted to accompany him. Maybe Paris or Berlin, but New London? No, thank you. All that soot.
Wow.
That egghead's a lost cause. I bring him a business proposal, and that crumb treats me like a church lady collecting for war orphans.
Pardon me? Oh, pardon me, miss. Do you have a moment for a conversation? T.L. Watkins. I write biographies. The Venerable Baron has commissioned a story of her life in honor of the upcoming anniversary. I would love to hear any anecdotes you'd care to share.
I've heard a few things.
Leave out no detail, however salacious. Just as long as they don't get me killed.
Have you heard about Marm's lost love?
Ever heard about the love of Marm's life? Bet you haven't.
That's a new one. Certainly, Marm has been seen around town with a gent or two, but everyone knows she's never settled down.
He was a poor kid. No one knows what barony he came from. He pulled himself up from nothing, worked his tail off, all to make a home for the two of them.
So what happened next?
That's the tricky part. Some say he was shipped out during the war and died overseas, or he passed from the wasting. Some say he was killed to warn Marm off. Whatever the real story is, they all end the same way. Marm would never love again.
Who knew Marm was capable of such heartrending devotion? What a tragedy. Beautiful in its way. Who wouldn't be moved by such a story?
The second the words escape the author's mouth, I know the answer. Marm wouldn't. She tore her heart in half and learned to do without it.
I don't think I want to keep on talking stuff about Marm.
There you go. Now, if you'll excuse me, the bar is calling my name.
Of course, of course. I'll be around all night if you remember any more tidbits you care to share.
Oh, sure. Let's finish it.
I
Maybe
might know
we get
another
something.
story or two. I take it you've already heard of the Hackthorn disaster?
Who hasn't? An entire ferry liner carrying migrants from the burrows into the lowers crashing into an island? Why, Marm herself was on board the General Hackthorn, if memory serves.
I wait for his brain to catch up to his mouth. He already knows everything I could tell him about the subject.
Poor thing. A young Magdalene, emerging from the wreckage, surviving despite the odds, growing up with nothing, finding a way to thrive on the dangerous streets. Truly inspiring.
Did you get a good look at Marm's silk wrap?
Now that you mention it, that's a Juno scarf, isn't it? As exclusive as it gets. Even the well-heeled in the uppers can't get their mitts on one without connections. Are you saying...
Look back in the archives a few years, and you'll find that an Aether freighter carrying Juno's seasonal line was hijacked before Fashion Week. Marm had that nifty piece a few days later.
I see. My, Marm has...
With a sudden thought and a burst of speed, the excited biographer begins to scribble rapidly.
Her shadowy hands looming just over the city, plucking at invisible strings. That's good.
Hope there's something there you can use. If you don't mind, I'm going to see about refreshing this drink.
I can't thank you enough for these leads you provided on Marm's life story.
Don't mention it. Really, don't mention it. I'd like to continue my own life story.
Hold on just a moment. If you like well-written pieces, this is the article that actually attracted Marm's attention.
Well, let's see this pamphlet.
The hack hands me an article printed on high-quality, glossy paper like you'd see in a fancy arts rag. The article paints Marm as a genteel patron of the arts. Convincing, unless you've actually met her. The second half of the article is about pandemonium and its design. A lot of words like incandescent and revolutionary are sprinkled throughout. There's a quote by the man himself about the need to ignore distractions in pursuit of one's art. Classy. Interesting. Thanks.
Okay, let's see. What does Sophie have
If
to
it
say?
isn't the redoubtable Miss Fiorella. Hello, darling. Isn't this party wonderful? Shall I set you up with a fresh drink?
Sophie, nice venue. I see our hostess didn't cheap out on the liquor either. A Class A act all around. If it weren't for the other guests.
Yes, business sometimes makes unpleasant bedfellows, doesn't it? At least the men have the good sense not to act ungentlemanly in public. Marm takes a dim view of such behavior.
All right, there's only one guy left to talk to, Klossner.
Friends and colleagues. Now, to Sterile.
Softly, I approach Anton Klossner, the architect of Pandemonium. Like any good man tinkerer, he can't help but toy with his speech until the very end, so he doesn't notice me.
Criminal hooligans and grubby investors. I do hope you're enjoying yourselves at my employer's expense. That would be fun, but no.
Near his feet, I notice a worn but expensive buffalo leather satchel, just about the right size for a set of blueprints. But now's not the time to make my play.
Okay, keep wandering around. But there's nothing else to do, so...
Friends and colleagues. Now,
Softly, I approach Anton Klossner, the
criminal hooligans and grubby investors.
Near his feet, I notice a worn but expensive buffalo leather satchel, just about the right size for a set of blueprints. But now's not the time to make my play. I just take my seat when Marm and her entourage step out in front of a waiting audience.
Good evening, my friends. I've enjoyed a fine life in the greatest city in the world. I enjoy the rule of more than 100 islands, but I have always had a special spot in my heart for Kleindeutschland. In those days, my youth was my armor. I took a pack of girls from my orphanage, and together we formed what would one day become my beloved dolls. The Mädchen would never be hungry again. In the course of my business, I have made firm friends with people of all walks of life. Let's all give a hand to one of those friends, Mr. Killmeyer, honorary citizen of the barony.
The crowd's attention moves to Killmeyer, who is sprawled out over a couch in one corner of the audience. He raises his champagne flute sourly, knowing the light won't move until he responds. For a heartbeat, Killmeyer and I make eye contact. Should I play it smooth, or tweak his nose to remind him of our deal?
Keep a poker face.
I roll my neck and shut my eyes like it's the most natural thing in the world. When I open them, Killmeyer looks as laconic and ill-tempered as ever.
Now, don't worry yourself, my good friend. You no longer have to forge your path alone. Look!
Surrounded by waves of cheering, I try to keep my mind on the job and on watching Klossner, but I can't help myself. The applause dies down abruptly as everyone follows Marm's eyeline.
Behold, my friends! Behold the future!
I see Killmeyer's island glowing brightly. My stomach drops. The island looms ever larger, coming towards us. Ponderous, inevitable. I want a better look, but it's too far off. One of the guests at my table has a pair of opera glasses hanging halfway out of her purse. They're not much, but they might be enough to give me a clearer look at the approaching island. I settle into my chair and turn back to the stage. I want to hear what Marm has to say. I can find out the details later. Killmeyer clutches his champagne flute so hard I expect it to shatter like the bits of foundation crumbling loose from the island. A long silence descends, followed by a smattering wave of applause.
Friends, bear witness. We will usher in this marvelous land of tomorrow with the designs of the one and only Anton Klossner, designer of Pandemonium and countless other works.
Klossner stands halfway up from his seat, his forehead dripping with sweat, thick and pungent with fear. He favors the crowd with an airy wave, but he walks like a man about to face a firing squad.
Yes, thank you, Marm. We plan to remake Kleindeutschland with new marvels, in the spirit of our previous works.
Klossner seems drunk on his own brilliance. The applause dies down. Carefully, I circle around to where he was sitting. All eyes are glued to either the stage or the new Dreamland annex. I sidle over to the architect's abandoned bag and dive inside with both hands and sift through loose papers, pens, small bottles, but there are no blueprints in the bag. None at all. Frantically, I dig deeper. I find schematics for some kind of Aether device. I'd need Nellie to make sense of these. There are no plans here, but they have to be here. They have to, or this is all for nothing. I'm starting to panic when a loud whisper startles me in the middle of my search.
Say, what are you up to under the table there, little lady? Did you lose an earring?
I'm going to vomit. I'm airsick. It sounds fishy even to my own ears. Luckily, this stiff's had a few.
Oh my. Just stay there, lady. I'll go find a guy with a bucket or something.
The partygoer scurries off, not wanting his suit ruined. Even so, I've been made. I get up as soon as his back's turned and glide away as inconspicuously as possible.
Thank you, Anton, for your exciting and thorough presentation. If any of you care to discuss business with Mr. Klossner, do visit him at his table. Otherwise, please enjoy yourselves.
The venue is buffeted with laughter and applause as Marm leaves the stage. The band strikes up again, and soon, adventurous couples begin to dance. I need to find Sophie, now.
Well, that's kind of messed up.
There you are. Did you find the package?
No dice, Soph. No prints. No sign of them anywhere. You swore he would have them. What the hell happened?
Giovanna, I'm telling you. I heard Klossner and Marm talking about the replica cake just before. I know he has them. You must have missed something.
I practically disemboweled that satchel. You said this guy never leaves his house. If we don't get the blueprints tonight, we're sunk. Could he have stashed them somewhere else?
I suppose it's possible, but I can't say for sure. Marm would know, but she's busy being the life of the party.
In that case, we'll have to go to the horse's mouth. Can you get Klossner alone?
I'm supposed to be watching Marm's back, so that's not the right play. Maybe I can set him up. He's the nervous type. Frazzle him and he'll go off by himself somewhere. I'll need your help to make it work. Find me someone I can tear into. I'm going to make a scene so big that Klossner won't be able to handle it.
Alright, what do you intend to do?
You're not going to fit some poor chump for a Chicago overcoat, are you?
Gia, we might be a lawless bunch up here, but give me a little credit.
What about Killmeyer?
While we're at it, what's Killmeyer doing here anyway? I'm surprised he bothered to show, seeing as how Marm cut him off at the knees.
It's tradition to keep the old Baron around when someone gets annexed. Trust me, even if Killmeyer hates Marm like poison, he'll want to stay on her good side. Still, you wouldn't be a good pick for our little plan. Marm's watching him like a hawk to see if he falls out of line, which, let's face it, he probably will. Besides, he has a reputation as lousy company.
Why don't you call Klossner?
Is this really necessary, Soph? Can't you just ask him to meet you somewhere out of the way?
We have the same employer, but he doesn't work for me. If I ask him to meet here, someone will find out and I'll have to answer for it. It wouldn't look right. Trust me, this is the right play.
Okay, you've convinced me. Who's our pigeon?
Find someone whose inconvenience won't keep you up at night. Look around. It won't take long to find someone obnoxious or gauche or about to step into trouble with Marm.
Well, let's see.
At the bar, I spy a well-dressed boar waving around a hefty bottle of booze. He's red in the face and 3 sheets to the wind, and trying to make time with a powerfully uninterested young lady.
Go on, dollface. This is Primo Giggle Juice. It's my pleasure. Enjoy it. Think of me when you take a snort.
That's very generous of you. But I had another drink in mind. Have a nice night, okay?
Oh, come on. This isn't just regular old liquor store brandy, see? They just don't make a batch of this once every 10-15 years. What do you say?
Oh, look. She looks like someone who knows from good booze. Say, what do you like?
Pricey stuff or nothing.
I only drink the top shelf article. If it's not the best, it's not for me.
Oh, an aficionado. It sounds to me like you'd get a lot more out of this brandy.
Oh, hey, wait. Just give me a
No, I insist. A drink of such singular quality should go to someone who really knows how to appreciate it. Ta-ta!
Wait a minute, come back. I was just saying. Now, why'd you have to go and do that? I'm telling you, she was just about to crack.
Right. Sophie was right. It didn't take me long at all to find someone I could hang out to dry without feeling a bit bad about it. I leg it before I start to look good to this creep.
All right.
So, Gia, did you find me a fall guy?
Yes, we did.
Sophie, there's a would-be Don Juan at the bar trying to pick up skirts with a pair of ham fists and a bottle of hooch. Let's ruin his night.
Couldn't happen to a more deserving fellow. Right. I'll get to work on our mark. Why don't you kick back for now? Get a little rest. Take in the show. Just keep a close eye on Klossner. We don't want to lose track of him.
Sophie turns away, and in a blink, she's checked her hair, touched up her makeup, and adjusted her skirt. I can't tell if she's enjoying herself or just showing off. Maybe both. Sophie approaches the bar and demurely orders a drink, knowing what's to come. Like clockwork, the lecher slides down the bar toward her, clutching a bottle of his special brandy, no doubt describing its quality.
What is it? What are we looking at? We're trying to speak with Klossner. And, we got some more brandy, and we got, Nellie can use that. Okay.
In no time at all, his hands have been bound and he is deposited by the goons onto a small platform attached to a pulley, hung high above the yawning abyss.
Wow.
Attention! Please allow me to introduce tonight's entertainment. This is Craig Vernon. You might recognize him from his expert advice in fine spirits. Say hello, Craig.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Excellent. Since Mr. Vernon enjoys educating others, he will entertain us with an educational game sure to teach a lesson or two. Based on one of Marm's favorites, Russian roulette. The pulley just behind me is paramount to the game. Regard this platform upon which our contestant stands. Regard these two ropes. One rope is unattached, and cutting it will have no effect. The other will release the platform when cut. Here's where you come in, friends. You, the audience, will choose which rope I cut. Left or right. One will ensure our contestant's safety. The other helps our friend enjoy the night air.
Watch Marm's reaction?
The crowd is dense, so it's hard to gauge individual reactions, but not Marm's. From the stage, she is beaming with maternal pride. Figures.
So what will it be, folks? Left or right?
Left.
Right.
All of a sudden, I'm glad I didn't pick some random sap for this punishment. One of Marm's goons walks forward and hands Sophie a polished scimitar, its honed edge gleaming in the moonlight. Sophie takes the weapon in her left hand, blade facing towards the night sky. Theatrically, Sophie plucks a single hair from the contestant's head to test the sword's sharpness. Sophie's really playing to the crowd. They're eating it up.
Just let it happen.
I don't want anything to do with the blood sport laid out before me. Sophie pivots to the right and slashes through the rope like a knife through cooked pasta. I see the blade part the rope, hear the line giving way. I see the contestant's mouth distend in an expression of utter horror, a blood-curdling scream ripping forth. Sophie's grin is broad enough that I can see every one of her front teeth, shining like cut ice. She's having a great time.
Wow.
The platform plummets. By 10 feet, no more. With a pop and a bounce, the platform springs back up, The contestant sprawled out across its spare surface.
Mm.
Vernon lies upon the platform in an awkward pose, his knees pushed together like he's trying to open a jar with them. As a puddle slowly spreads beneath his prostrate form, I smell the stink of ammonia.
I'm surprised he didn't shit his pants.
Darling, shh. Relax. We were just having a little fun. Of course we wouldn't ruin such a lovely evening with an execution. Thanks for being such a good sport. Folks, let's give our contestant a great big hand.
Wild cheers deafen me as the crowd voices their approval of the stunt. With surprising care, the audience members take the contestant into their waiting hands. In the meantime, Marm and her escort have made their way to where Sophie still stands by the swinging platform.
Sophie, my beautiful, brilliant Haitian. Just look at those smiling faces. Now, let me take care of you for a spell. Clyde, Giuseppe, bring my good girl here a warm drink and a chair.
Thank you, Marm. You know what's best. Like always.
I've just sprawled in my seat with a plate of hors d'oeuvres when I spy Klossner pushing through a crowd of revelers. Now's my chance. I cram a canapé into my mouth and stride across the lawn.
Okay.
Klossner is here, relaxing in a comfy chair. He's writing in a large, leather-covered notebook and humming quietly. He looks almost serene. Barbells, ropes, even a gyro wheel have been set in one corner as a sort of exercise center. The does probably work out here while Marm relaxes with a drink. I take hold of one of the smaller weights. The wrapped grip is perfectly sized to my hand.
We might have to hit him upside the head. I'm not opposed to cracking some skulls, folks.
The pool is completely full and spotlessly clean. It must have cost an arm and a leg to maintain this area. Eli Tillinghast is probably spinning in his grave.
Okay.
Watching from the entrance, I catch a rare glimpse of Anton Klossner at rest, alone with his thoughts. He looks up and murmurs to himself constantly, in fits and starts. He pauses to write in his notebook, then taps his pen once against his teeth before writing in a heavy hand, as if through carbon copy. The pen scratches are audible from here. Mr. Klossner, are you not enjoying the party?
Who's that? Oh, it's just a... What do you want? Please leave me be.
I'm sorry, Mr. Klossner. Anton, if I may. That was rude of me. My name is Fiorella. I'm an investor. Nobody special, really. I just wanted the chance to talk to you about your work.
Feh. Just another little fish looking to make herself into a shark, growing fat on the chum of my designs. Can't you see I have no interest? I have more money than I can ever spend.
You misunderstand me, Anton. I'm not here as an investor. I'm here because I'm a great admirer of your work. I had hoped to tell you how much you've inspired me.
Oh, an admirer.
Structural integrity.
Your designs are not only beautiful, but practical, built to last. I'd be willing to bet that, barring disaster, your buildings will still stand just as firm in 500 years' time.
Of course they're built well. You think I'd lend my name to just any ramshackle hut, disposed to blow away like so much straw? Stick to investment. You bore me. If you'll excuse me.
Okay, I admit it. The truth is, I don't know how to express how I feel about it, but I can't stop thinking about Pandemonium. I remember first stepping into Pandemonium. I was overwhelmed. I had stepped into a perfect corner of a perfect world. The facade, the art, the lighting, everything felt significant.
An honest answer. I have the same feeling. My life is a struggle to surpass that work.
But how did you come up with it in the first place? I've always wanted to know how it began. Will you ever publish your sketches or blueprints, or donate them to a museum?
Impossible. I can never share the blueprints for Pandemonium, because they no longer exist, except in my head. Marm had the physical plans destroyed. Recently, in fact.
Damn.
Just like that, all our plans are flushed down the John. I've got to pivot somehow to get the information out of Klossner while he's here, in the flesh. I see. How are you finishing the rebuild without the blueprints? That must be quite a challenge.
The answer, my dear, is patience. It took time, care, and my direct supervision. Marm was in touch with me constantly, but why are you so interested in the blueprints?
Klossner's eyes slide off my face to the door beyond. I have to act fast.
I don't think you can well, first, let's save. And we're just gonna call this Klossner. Klossner. I don't know how you spell it. What the hell? That's how I spell it. Intimidate.
I'm sick of indulging this Abercrombie's ego. I look over my shoulder, then I draw my gun, smooth as water, and jam the barrel into his ribs. I can feel my teeth bare in a hideous grin. So, the blueprints are in your head? Let's see them. Or I'll go looking for them myself.
My dear, you're very much mistaken if you think that's the first gun I've ever faced. Put it down this instant.
I withdraw the gun, but only so it's more telling when I stick the barrel up under his jaw. You're not listening, Buster. Blueprints, now. Or you'll be chasing your head down Main Street. I can't lay the cheerful murderous act on Klossner like Sophie with the show on the platform, but the loaded gun lends an authenticity all its own. His defiant face crumbles into terror. Hands shaking, Klossner pens in more details on the Pandemonium sketch. It's not anywhere close to perfect. After a couple of minutes, he hangs it up and pushes the sketch toward me. This just won't do, Mr. Klossner. Where's the rest of it? I know you didn't build Pandemonium with this as a blueprint.
Young lady, I've had several glasses of liquor and champagne, and you're forcing me to work at gunpoint. This is the best you're going to get, so take it or shoot me.
Threatened to drown him. Okay, which threat? Drown.
I stand up and grab Klossner's collar. He tries to lean back in response, but I pivot my hip and suddenly he's staring down into the waters of the pool. You're right. Gunshots are loud. Falling overboard, on the other hand, relatively quiet. A simple rap on the bean and you can do your best pigeon impression.
Keep your hands off of me! All right, you win. Give me the sketch. Just stay where you are.
Klossner takes a deep breath to master himself, then starts sketching. He's slick with perspiration like he's just run a marathon, but his hand is rock steady.
There you are, you evil woman. Happy now?
Not just yet, Herr Klossner. I know you've got more in that head than what you're showing me here.
Please. I've already shown you more than I'm allowed. If it's any more detailed, she'll know it was me. You may have the gun, but we're both dead if you force me.
All right, well, you already incriminated yourself, so...
I hold up the sketch between us and gesture to it with the gun barrel. Look what I've got here. Why, it's a detailed sketch of Pandemonium. Now, how could I have acquired it without your cooperation? Where do you think the blame will land, Anton?
That is just low.
With every ounce of resistance drained out of him, Klossner works diligently over the sketch, pausing to remember specifics. Fear has motivated him to recreate his masterpiece on notebook paper. My ears catch the resonant note of the docking horn. It's time to go. Klossner and I stare at each other. He's not sure what to think. Okay, Klossner, you've done your part. Take off. If you want to enjoy your golden years, you'll keep your trap shut and forget you ever met me.
I have to ask, do you really think he'll get away with this?
I hold up the sketch, done over in his own hand. The work bears his signature style so strongly, it might as well be a signed confession. My insurance policy is right here, Klossner. One peep from you and this goes directly to Marm. How do you think she'll deal with your indiscretions?
This is why I never leave the house. This is why I hate parties. I can't wait to return to my studio and lock all the doors and windows. Maybe have myself bricked in while I'm at it. I should have left after that sick game with that lecher.
I'm already walking away. I fight to keep a triumphant, evil grin off my face, with only partial success. I don't have to like how I got it done, but I got it done.
Okay. A Precarious Masquerade is done. So we got to go to the lighthouse now. Okay. So we just did a Precarious Masquerade, and what is this? Almost an hour. Good. We're going to end this one, and when we come back, I guess we'll be finishing what's He'll See You Now, part 2 anyway. All right, so in any event, we will end this one here. Hey guys, if you've been enjoying our playthrough and want to stay abreast of everything we're doing on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Do me a great favor, crush that like button also, and finally, leave me some comments. Let me know what you're playing, what you're looking forward to, or just what's going on with you. Until next time, this is Old Man Alchemist saying stay cool and peace.